The stamina, way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wentz now to throw. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Wentz. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. 23 yards on the play.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jameis to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Ready? You got 3 down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On third down, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a play fake here on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Check. Cross. Stop.
On second down, Winston again. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. Hustle. It's going to be a long day. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
From the red zone now, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On second and 10, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the pass. 57. Mike 57. Drop these.
They'll throw again. Winston. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
I'm going to come back to you.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go. 54 Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Man 5-7. Hey, Haywood. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Steps away to his... Now the ball comes loose. And an alley to run.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59. Follow. Mike 5'9". Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second and 5 at the 35-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Now Winston. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Go. 357. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Hey, Alpha.
Throwing on second and 14. Wentz. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Running right, Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? White 25. 57. Okay, double.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 57 to Mike.
Here's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Any day.
Mike's 57. 57's right. You don't know no better.
On first and 10, Winston. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. White. They're running hot.
Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
This by 7. Hey, box drop.
To throw, it's Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They find some open field here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Throwing is Wentz. Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Ready? Black 22.
Check, 59.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have the football at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Another run with Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Done. 120. Check. Watch 54. Exit.
On second down, it's Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Hey, Charlie!
Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. It's a second down run with Sanders. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Shotgun now for Wentz. And an alley to run. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Sheldon Rankins. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Back now in Tampa. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Mike 54! Mike 54!
Hey, Delta!
That's the way. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
54, watch 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check that. Check 13.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Mike 5-4. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 82.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Wait. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Hey, that's Sonic. Check 43.
Jameis to throw it. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They come out here in the eye.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. 81.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Pick it up. Check safety.
Wentz going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back. Obviously a big one because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a 1-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing now is Wentz. And a throw right sideline is complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Down the man inside, down the man. 6-5-7. Hey, 5-7.
And the blitz does come. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Winston. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready?
Here's Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Winston to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Out to his left. Finds a man on a crossing route. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. Wentz. Sliding out of the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Eagles, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati.